Microsoft, and we're going to help you figure out that Microsoft play. Let's go ahead and let the chat load up, guys. If you are new to the stream, if you're new to the 1348 concept, or maybe you've been watching on the sidelines and you're wondering, should I join up? I tell you what, look at your P&L and be honest with yourself. Does your P&L need help? Because losing doesn't really feel good. Remember
Nope.
that last time you broke up with your wife or your girlfriend, significant other, your husband? You just felt sick. You felt sick. And the only way to get over that relationship was to start winning again, right? Well, that's what we do here with 1348, right? You get out of that losing mentality, you start winning, and we give you the tools to win. Check out the links down in the description, pinned to the top of the comments, and let's rock and roll. Okay, let's make some money. Mods, I need you to form Voltron. This is a public stream. Things might get a little spicy, and I can't promise I don't fall back into Venture's Gabe. So
I
with
like
that being
spicy.
said, you like spicy. Bro, you were such a vanilla white boy when I first met you. Now you got that Puerto Rican sazon. I don't know if you know what that is, but it just makes everything taste better.
You met me when the life was just sucked out of me for a little bit. We've been rejuvenated back in. So we've always been
Oh
like this. We
yes,
just
you
got it
you
back.
you were the one dealing with the breakup back then. I
Yeah.
really didn't mean to cause emotional damage with
Oh
that
no. Oh
analogy.
no. This is great. I'm having so much fun now. This is like the best thing of all time.
But yeah, man, you were just like you were moping on your phone. You were like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna call me an Uber back
Okay,
to the house."
that one was because I was tired and we were up till 6 a.m. the night before. I was tired. But
Oh
every other time,
man,
yes.
oh man. All right, people want me to make them a mod. How many mods do we have in here? All right.
You only
Okay,
need one or two.
so Mike, I'm gonna make you a mod. Add moderator. All right. Let's see here. Uh, Tabasco Dave. Do I have to mod them up every single live stream? No.
A different channel. Different channel.
That's right. I modded them for the other channel. All right. So you douchebags who want to go ahead and talk shit, beware. They will cut you out ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're not adding you.
You want to hit this Microsoft play before we get all the one-on-ones going?
Yes. Let's do the Microsoft. All right, Miguel, since you're always here too, man. Well, Miguel, if you want to be a mod, be a mod. But let's go ahead and go over Microsoft. I feel like, STV, did you tweet it out already?
The link to this?
No, the ADX on Microsoft.
No, but I was talking to everybody about it, so I can pull up my chart really quickly and we can go over it for a second. I can share my screen on the Microsoft.
Okay. I'll go ahead and show the screen now. Are we playing 5 minute?
Yeah, 5 minute. 5 minute Invictus. I wanna make sure that some people just understand a couple of things about this one before we get into these one-on-ones, because I think this is gonna be something that's gonna help a lot of you guys here too. So looking at this chart right here, Invictus is alerting you guys right around here that there's a Microsoft put, a predicted cross of Microsoft coming. Now, here are two things. The first thing that I think was tripping some people up was ADX. So on the alert, it said strong trend. What I want you guys to look at is how is ADX responding to price action and what Microsoft has already done today. Well, right now it's up about 0.8%. It's gone on this nice little run from the lows, and you can see that as price moves up, ADX is building that momentum up here. So at the time that this is alerting, you see ADX is bending, losing the strength of the uptrend. Now it's still above 25 as this is getting alerted here. So when you see the Invictus alert come in and it says strong trend for the ADX, it's still talking about the uptrend. So it's not saying that there's a strong downtrend here. There's still a strong uptrend. Now, the second thing is that when we're looking at this trade here, well, you're getting alerted around here. You don't really have that much room before the next level of support. So you almost have to be pinpoint accuracy with this trade right here in order for it to have worked, even if it was going to come down to that level, because odds are it's bouncing at this support level anyway. So when you think about like high quality setups or like a very, very high quality trade, this, in my opinion, wouldn't have been one. That's why I didn't enter this one. Gabe, you got anything to add to that one?
Oh, I sure do. So this was alerted at 103, correct? At or
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to my world. All right. Let's rock and roll. So first, let me go ahead and take your screen off, and then let's maximize this here. All right. In my world, the way I'm looking at this, right? So we do get the alert. We get the alert right here. Now, this is where I'm ultra cautious. The reason why I'm ultra cautious is because, well, we're right there at the 200 EMA. We have somewhat of an EMA sandwich where we got the 13 and the 48 just literally hovering. And if you look at the 48 was essentially trending to the upside, right? So you actually got a conflicting message here. Now, we have this candle marked. You know what? This could get pretty much. I don't care who you are. I mean, like this would even get me because I don't have enough information, and or the indicators were all pretty much in agreement. Aside from the only clue you might have is ADX is trending down here, right? Which was telling me like, okay, the uptrend, the strong uptrend, which Invictus alerted you on, yeah, now it's starting to become weak. But if I'm respecting the 13 and the 48, and we talk about those also being levels, okay? We talk about those also being levels. I probably would have just like waited it out a little more until I gathered more information because this in fact was the first whole candle body right below the 200 EMA. And you guys know again through repetition and experience are going to lead the way for you that price loves to hang around these levels. Now, is it to say that this put essentially, that never happens? No, no. I mean, it's a very strong possibility that it still does happen. I mean, you have RSI crossing below its moving average, right? But maybe that prediction was a little too early on in the game. Again, you want to go ahead and approach these alerts with caution. Also, be aware of what time it is, right? You guys should not be expecting any type of really big or significant moves with any volatility, after lunch into 1 o'clock, right? You're starting to look at 1:30, 2 o'clock. That's where we're going with it, right? That's when we start looking, leading into power hour. That's when we were like, okay, yeah, we know we're going to start making some moves. Again, repetition, experience, but it'll get all of us. This here could have gotten me. On an average day, it certainly could have gotten me. And this is why we also stress the importance of stop losses, because if the trade goes against you and you did not have enough time on your trade, meaning you didn't give yourself a whole week or maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month out, depending on what your thesis is, well, that's really going to hurt you, right? It's going to hit your stop loss, but do not be afraid to take that stop loss. I rather take 15% than see myself 50% down and then having all nothing but hopium that divine intervention is going to save my ass somehow because the man upstairs loves me. Quite frankly, he already stamped my one-way ticket to hell, so I'm not even praying on that, right? But we could also go ahead and look at the 15 and allow the 15 to serve as a guide for us. Now, if you look at the 15, you could see like we're above neutral here on a 15. MACD and signal line are above neutral. Okay. So if you're going to tell me to go put side, but the 15 is still showing, that it's pretty much moving sideways and or having just a tad bit more strength to the upside, I would definitely question it. Then we can go on to the 30. And the 30 is also leading the way for you because the 30, you essentially see the 13 creeping up on the 48. So you have some discrepancies in the message that is being given to you through the multiple time frames, right? So, guys, we don't trade on the 15 or the 30, but we use the 15 and the 30 for guidance always, especially if
Mhm.
things are not so apparent on the 5 minute. All right. These are your checks and balances, guys. Okay.
Mhm.
Checks and balances. That's all I have for you. So, we want to go ahead and get this show on the road. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay. But now it's time to get some degens into the live stream so we could go over some of your trades. Now, keep in mind, you want to have a trade in mind, a timestamp, your time frame, right? And make sure you got your Instagram filter on or your makeup's done and or there's not a lot of loud noises going on in the background, okay? So if we hear the bed thumping, we know that you are the husband or the boyfriend to someone's wife. So that's all I got for you. We're going to go ahead and copy this link, dump it into the Discord. You guys be ready, okay? So
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go. I copied it here. Let's see. Uh, Here we go. This is going into the shoot the shit. I know I said that public. People are like, what? And it's going into the market talk. The links are now there for you guys. You know, go ahead and jump on in. People want to know, is AMC dead? I mean, do you guys really want that commentary? I think we'll save that commentary towards the end of this live stream. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll hold your emotions captive right now. All right. So links are sent, guys. If you're ready, jump on in. We'll go over some trades
Let's
and let's
do it.
just have fun. That's it. Has anybody looked at the AMC chart? I saw it hit like below 783.
He's not in it. He's looking to short it. I mean, it's tradable. I mean, with the market doing what it's doing, I say we leave it towards later. It's like it's not helping anybody. Like talking about it's not helping anybody at this point.
No, it's not.
It,
It's
it's
not.
it's not helping anybody like take their path forward at this point. It's like
Yeah,
this is what we're gonna
yeah.
do. We're gonna help.
We knew what AMC looked like on the monthly. We knew what AMC looked like last year, leading into all of this, and nobody wants to listen to us, and that's fine. Like our job is to introduce different ideas and ideas counter to what the masses are saying, because sometimes it's easy to get lost in what the masses say. That's why they call church on Sundays mass, because there's a mass of individuals coming together and believing in the same thing. And so, like-minded individuals is not a bad thing, but sometimes you got to separate hopium and faith, because reality is objective, right?
Mhm.
Faith is subjective, right? So we have someone on the stream. We don't have a camera, but hey, we're going to make this work. You got about 30 seconds to get the hooker out your house, brother. Let's go. All right, we're going to count you down. Make sure your audio's good. Make sure your video's good. And they left.
Let's see.
Shosky's plays are guided and manipulated by institutions. I would actually argue against that. I would definitely argue against that. It's not a lure they use to trap retail. I think that retail traps themselves in the squeeze. All right, we need somebody to jump on in. Otherwise, this is going to be a full-on rant as to how retail is literally fucking themselves over. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I've been saying it for like the past year now.
Mhm.
Right. And you know what? I think STV's graduated into like some real ginormous, like glowing blue Dragon Ball Z ball testicles. And he
Okay.
understands too.
It's just read the
Anybody on
chart.
the other side of that
Read the
trade?
fundamental. Read everything. It's not. It's. I don't even like. It's just like it's not helpful to just. It's not. I would much rather like right now just like speak about charts. It's what is this gonna solve? Zero. It's not gonna solve anything. There's no solving the issue at hand.
Yeah, well, uh, Kellogg for Pythagoras. You want to go ahead and check out Kellogg until somebody decides to jump on in?
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, fellas, stop being a bunch of
I'll figure it
beep.
out.
All right, I'm looking at Kellogg on a daily. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, Kellogg on the daily here.
Kellogg on a daily is like kicking ass and taking names right now, right? So there's a lot of strong momentum here. I think I mentioned this on the earlier stream. Your first level is going to be at 74.40. I think that is reasonable profit taking right there. From there, you could go ahead and readjust, recalibrate, and see if it's something you want to pursue after it breaks that level, especially if you got your key indicators. This is RSI, MECD, and ADX confirming momentum to the upside. Okay. So I feel like Kellogg is probably the most obvious ideal play there is. Again, just keep an eye on that RSI, especially on a daily.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you could potentially be in for a little bit of a bounce with the market coming in here. Just a little bit of a relief after Powell, and you can see things like Kellogg start to move up. I mean, they're up today. They have a green day yesterday too. Let me see. Yeah, they were up yesterday too. I mean, you could end up seeing Kellogg be a winner. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of a rotation here into some stocks that people think are going to do well over, especially in this type of environment. So we definitely could see it have a nice little run up there, but you got to think about like, especially with those longer term plays, you want to enter for swings. You want to try and enter a position. I've said this a lot. Try and enter a position that's going to closely mimic actually owning 100 shares.
all right. We got Sava here. Emotional damage. That
Dude,
that
that
was
thing went
wild.
crazy. We were looking at this morning and I was like, every single time that Slother calls this thing out, it goes boom. And I just never pull the trigger on it on the crosses. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's a biotech. I don't like them. It's not usually what I trade. And then, wee! It's like, not for me on that one.
Okay.
But congratulations that anybody hit that one, man.
Yeah. So antics to legend. If people want to know what's going on with the stock, especially like AMC, right? I mean, they need to be well informed, and well informed meaning they cannot be guided by the bias of an individual that is financially incentivized to keep talking pretty to you.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? You just, if someone has a financial, listen, if I'm trying to get laid by a woman, I have an incentive to keep telling her she's beautiful, she's pretty, take her out on dates, all that great stuff, right? And then once it's wham bam, thank you, ma'am, I no longer have that incentive unless I actually truly like her. But see, as long as there's a reward to be had, it's very, very easy to go ahead and just play that message. Right. So, whether someone has time to look at the charts or don't not look at the charts, the thing is, I think as a community, we need to start becoming very, very, I guess, less subjective with the message and just be more objective with the message. And
Mhm.
now we're going to go ahead and talk about Sava here. Now, I know this was brought up this morning, and I was, do you guys know me? Secure the bag, right? That's me. So for those who were like, well, Gabe, I could have made more money. Well, I mean, obviously you had an opportunity to make more money. Yes, you did. You had the 5 minute rim and you could have used our side to guide you up until now. She's come flat. And, this is one of those plays. These are those, I guess, unicorns, right? That you're not going to see very often and don't expect to see them very often. But more importantly, when they do come, don't get greedy because chances are, if we're looking at the daily, look at this. Look at this. This-
I wouldn't be chasing that thing. I just, oof, that's just that. I mean, they had news. That's essentially what it is. It's news. So after this news starts to fizzle out, that thing's probably going to end up coming back down. But at the same time, it's like that's not something that I'm interested in chasing. Like if you just think about like what you're actually looking for in your trades, this is actually a really good concept. It's I brought this up with everybody earlier. It's discipline. Can you make a bunch of money on some of these plays? You absolutely can. But if you spend your time focusing on perfecting your entries, locking in those 10, 15, 20% gains and putting the power of compound interest on your side, plays like that won't even bother you because you'll just think, okay, well, I'm just going to do that in 2 or 3 weeks in terms of what my overall portfolio gain is going to be. So you lose that FOMO chasey mentality and you just stay disciplined to the trades that you want to take according to your system. Now, are some trades going to go wild like this? Yeah, some of them are. But putting yourself in those positions, making it free, securing the bag, and making sure that you're at least locking in some gains is going to take you very far.
yeah, I'm also going to add something to this narrative here, right? You see this run up, right? I promise you, 90% of the people in this run up do not have an exit plan, right? But I'll tell you, who has an entry plan? The shorts.
Mm-hmm.
This is an obvious short right now, right? This is not sustainable at all. And if you don't have an exit plan or an exit strategy on this, you are going to end up feeling the wrath of the shorts when they begin to step in. Because as we said before, what makes price go down? Profit taking and the fear of losing out. So this is FOLO, right? The fear of losing profits. So
Mm-hmm.
you got FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, and then you got FOLO, which is the fear of losing out. Um, and people are like, well, wait, they're starting to sell. Like, I got to secure these gains, right? Because you don't want to lose out on that run, you see? So, again, it's all about having a strategy. We played in legs. Think about it like baseball, base hits. That's all you need, right? You become an
Mm-hmm.
RBI machine, you're guaranteed a World Series. That's it. Okay, so we have someone who jumped on in. This is going to be fun. We're going to go ahead and welcome. Who do we have here? All right, four block Rob. Let's get him on.
Let's do it.
All right, now let's organize this in such a way so that we could actually see him. He's actually not showing up on the screen, and we lost him. That's great. All
Everybody
right,
likes to
we
pop
have.
in and pop out sometimes. Guys, again, remember, the link is in it's in Shoot the Shit in Market Chat right now. I added all you guys. If you do want to hop in there with us, do a one-on-one. We are always here to help. We do a lot of these. We do them every 2 times a week. We get all you guys on here for the one-on-ones. So if you guys need
That's
help
it.
with stuff, we are here to help.
Yes. Now these one-on-ones are well. This is a public stream. These streams are random. And tomorrow's one-on-one will be private exclusively for the Discord. So we got him back here. I think he's in his truck somewhere. He's driving. I'm assuming trying to get a good connection. What's going on, man?
Hey, Rob.
All right, we have audio issues now.
Oh, we're close. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go ahead and look at 4-hour Uber. So let's check out Uber on the 4-hour. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, that
Ooh, that's
is
some.
that looks wild. All right. Hey Rob, do you have your audio hooked up, man?
Yeah, we can't hear you yet, Rob.
We can't hear you. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, we can't hear you, bro. We can't hear you. All right, man. Try to get it sorted out and join in next time. See if we could go get it sorted out. We're gonna see if we get somebody else on, but we'll catch you another time. All right, cool. Yeah. I don't know if we want to actually do that. Like, guys, if you're driving, please don't jump on the stream. Make sure
Yeah,
you're parked, please.
yeah.
All right. Is he back? He's really trying here. We got to give him A for credit. He's
He's
really
doing his
trying to
best.
get on this.
It's still fun if you're parked.
Sure. Question says there's no fun if you're parked. Listen, man. Oh man. Let's look at the spy.
Yeah,
Is the
it's coming.
spy still dying?
Yeah, it's coming down a little bit. I think so. I have a level marked out at around 372.50. If it slips there, I think it's really dead. So that's going to be a key level, that 372.50. There's like a quadruple bottom from previously to the run up to 431. So it tests it 2 times, comes down, flashes through it again, and then rips all the way to 431 from this level here. So that 372.50 is going to get defended. If the sellers step up big time, this thing's coming down. So there's a
Yes.
lot of things happening with the market right now that are just.
All right. We got Justin here. We're gonna give Justin a chance. Justin, you don't have video, but we're hoping you got audio, okay? So we're gonna let you jump on in. Hey Justin, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you, man.
Yep.
Hey, awesome. Sorry, I'm at work. That's why I don't have my audio on.
Oh,
Or
you're
Yeah,
video,
good.
what do
my
you do
bad.
for a living? What do you do for a living?
I am a logistics manager in a chemical plant.
AKA, guys, he's got an OnlyFans. He doesn't want to show you his video.
Proprietary
Welcome, brother.
information.
All right. So talk to us, man. Give us timestamps. Give us a play. Give us something we could break down for you.
All right, let me go look. I played a little bit of Tesla today. Tesla's been weak to me this past week.
Were you paying
Let me
attention to
see.
that level we were talking about, the 295?
I was paying attention to that 295. Yeah, it was kind of hard just being at work, but slipped a little bit. I made I think it was a 25% profit on the downtrend, and then I tried to play the upside whenever it hit. I think it was 290
Yeah.
at about
289.
11:30 ish.
Yeah.
I tried to
Okay.
preemptively do it, but once again, my downfall, greed, has been my worst enemy. Got up to like a 12% profit, and it'll go higher. It'll go higher. It'll go higher. Nope.
Hey, Justin, people are saying you sound like a robot. And I was going to chime in and say, like, if Siri ever went woke, I think you should apply for that job. Just saying. I hope you get the joke, man. I'm messing with you. But actually, STB, can you share your screen and talk about that Tesla play?
Yeah, let me pull it up right here. So, hold on, let me pull up Tesla back up here. Hold on, let me grab it here. Yeah, Justin, that Tesla was nasty to the downside. Well, so if you're looking at, let me see here. If you're looking at, so these are the levels that I have drawn up here on Tesla. That 295 here, very, very important level to break. So there's really no cross that you see here. So you're playing levels and rims today. So again, the guys, 1348 is the core of the things that we are teaching to get you guys up to speed, but there is a lot more to learn and things that we are teaching. So for this one, Justin, I mean, I'm thinking you played this perfectly. You see the break of this level right here that we were talking about. And it comes right down to the next level. Now, this would have probably been where I would have gotten out. And if you're looking at this trade here, trying to time it back to the upside, that bounce, it's a little bit risky because you're almost flirting with a rim and it comes right back down. So that move down, you said you made what, 30, 25, 30%?
I think it was 37 is what I sold it at.
Dude, if you're going in with 10% of your portfolio, you're up 3.7% on the day. Go back to work, dude. Go do something else.
Yeah. Just go do your chemical stuff, man. You're winning, bro.
Yeah, like I said before, my greed got the better of me. About 2-3 weeks ago, I started off with about $300, got it up to about 1,000, and then turned that 1,000 into close to 8,000 in 2 weeks, and then I straight up lost like 2 days afterwards because of greed.
You can't. So this is
he fell into the trap.
I fell into the trap. I over leveraged because I was doing well, and the over leverage is what got me.
We were just talking about this like 3 days ago.
Yep.
Oh, Justin, I know you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm the one that just got that house and made that down payment. Made that money from my down
Justin,
deposit.
you just got the house?
Yeah.
I'm in the process of it. I got the money forward over to the down payment, and I'm just waiting for some paperwork to file. And yeah, I'll be set out of an apartment finally for the first time, actually.
Okay, Justin. All right, okay, now we get to have a little conversation here.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Remember what we were talking about when you were running it up, when you were really doing well? What did I say? Tell me what I said.
Just be humble. Don't be stupid. 10% stop loss. The rules.
The rules, and if you run it up like that, eventually it's gonna start to go against you if you're taking on that much risk. I mean, you have to go through it for yourself, honestly. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. STB, you know what? We sound like nagging mothers. You know,
I know.
we tell them like, you know, this is what you got to do, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Yep. It's okay, mom.
I did it. I took my first account to crazy gains, and I was like, I'm the best ever at this. And then that's
kind of what I was getting at. And I was like, I got this. No, I don't got this. The market said, fuck you, stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to fix. It's a hard thing to get out of your system. I think it's something that we talk about a lot. The rules are there for a reason. So again, the rules are going to
Facts.
make it difficult for you to just like really rip up your account like that. I mean, it happens
Yeah.
sometimes. Like you caught the Lucid Friday, the Sava today. It does happen. Like sometimes you'll just catch a beautiful trade that's going to follow all the rules. You ride the rims up and you're up a crazy amount. It's not the norm though. That's what we want to stress. You want to be able to make these trades and lock in those base hits with good risk
Yeah.
management on trades that aren't going to be like that, if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. Small gains, compound interest for sure. I mean, I'm sitting here making almost 20, 30, 40% of my portfolio in a day and then losing like 60% in a day. So it smacks me right back down to where I started. But it's a, lesson well learned, like I said, you don't really see it or you don't really know it until you see it or feel it. And I'm feeling it, but I'm working my way back up.
Yeah, yeah. We say what goes up must come down. Just make sure it's not your P&L, right? And so
That
it's the fallacy of confidence, right? And that's why every trade, right? We talk about like take emotions out of the trade. So as obviously we're kicking ass, right? You were flipping it. It was like, whoa, 1,000 to 8,000, right? You feel untouchable. You feel
quick.
unstoppable. You're
Yeah,
like, I got this, right?
exactly.
You're like, whoa, I just need one more double. Now I got 16,000, right? And then you actually put yourself under duress, which is actually
100%.
kind of wild, right?
And I'm
You,
not used to trading with that type of money. So, seeing those huge numbers, I get super hype because I don't know, I don't make that much money, and having extra money is not really a thing that I'm used to. I grew up pretty poor, so I never got taught the market, and 1348 is what made me want to learn the market and indicators and just get better myself, so I don't have to work a bullshit job anymore. Hope my supervisors didn't hear that, but
I hope they did.
yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I tell you what, Justin, you actually experienced both sides of this world. Now, you experienced proof of concept where you were like, yes, this shit works, right? And on the flip side, you also experienced how, emotions work against you, right? And that is the biggest culprit to portfolios getting blown up and people saying, you know what, I give up. I'm never going into the market again. And that really shouldn't be the case. You got proof of concept, you got a taste of it, you know it works. Next time, just be methodical about it. Be methodical. And we talk about levels and we talk about, just containing your emotions, man. And that's it. The only time you should be emotional is when you close on your house. That's one. And two, when you get laid for the first time in that new house. That's
fact.
highly emotional. Make sure you don't even have a bed. If you got tiles or hardwood floor, just take it. Take it onto a cold floor right there,
Every
bro.
room in the house first before the bed, right?
Just break it in. Break in
So
the house, man.
break in the house, right? Kitchen top, right there. Boom,
Yeah,
done.
sir.
Right.
I'm a little short. It might be a little
Congratulations, man.
struggle, but hey, I can make it work.
Uh,
Get a stool.
Uh,
Justin, I think the other thing that we bring up here is kind of a like a recurring concept of a lot of what we hear of kind of the mindset of people going into a lot of these trades where I'm trying to make money in the market now in order to do X. It might be pay for something. It might be take care of my friends and family. It might be you just want to be a degenerate and go do something cool. But the thing is that you have to think about. I say this a lot. I know we sound like broken records sometimes, but it's for a reason. We're gonna keep like making sure that you guys hear us when we say things like this. That you want to make sure that you're learning the money management skills and the risk management skills now in order to effectively manage a portfolio 10, 100 times larger than what you're currently trading with. Because
yes.
if you think about some of the trades that you're taking and you were to go in with 10 to 100 times more, I would say you would reconsider some of the trades that you would have taken. And it's
I
a thing that
100%
everybody thinks
agree.
about. It's like you want to make the money now. You see the opportunity in the market, but you have to take a step back and say, what are we really here to do? and it's compound. It's slowly compound and get everything going in the right direction.
For sure. Like you
That's
were
great.
saying earlier, you're trading for like a goal. And right now, one of my goals is to kind of get my portfolio to a spot to where I don't feel like it's necessary for me to take these bigger risks slash bigger gains.
That
I
makes
Just to
mean,
sense.
I
make that
mean,
That
listen,
makes
difference.
sense.
man. Skyscrapers are built one floor at a time.
Very true. Very true.
One floor at a time. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're trying to get to the next floor. You get to the next floor. You're there. You're like, all right, cool. Now, how do I get to the next floor? You just keep stacking it, compounding, and next thing you know, man, the view at the top is going to be beautiful. And you know what? All, the only one you could give credit to is yourself. Like you say, I did that. I built that. I did that. Right. And you're going to do so following the rules. I promise you, man. You know, again, sometimes emotions just get the best of us, but we have these rules in place. Should you take them? And hopefully for a lot of people in this community, I hope you take, the rules and our suggestions on risk management, et cetera, et cetera. I hope you take it seriously because we don't want you in this Discord for a month. We don't want you in this community for a month. We want you in this community for a lifetime, and we want to be able to at some point shake hands and meet and hear your story out. That's what this is all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, Justin, hey man, one step at a time, and I think you got this, bro.
Yes,
I
sir.
think
Appreciate
you've
that. Y'all's
shown yourself
confidence
that you
is
can.
awesome. I love what y'all are doing. Keep being that nagging mom. Keep reiterating it because hearing it 100 times definitely does help.
I'll be that nagging mom. I will be that nagging mom.
I'll be
I
here
will.
too. More time. Take the gains quick. Stop YOLOing.
Make it
That's
free.
it.
Justin, thanks for coming on, buddy. I appreciate it, man. It was good to kind of meet you in person. We've been going back and forth for a while.
Here, hold on. I'll get a little video going.
There
I'm
you
in my
go,
everything else.
Oh, there
Justin.
he is.
I'm in my warehouse. Sorry, surrounded by 55-gallon drums of some explosive stuff. So that's fun.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, don't
Well, thank you
you
guys.
can blow
I
that place
appreciate it.
up when you're tired of your boss. Just don't blow up your account, okay?
It ain't
So,
too hard. Get that tax write off and then the insurance claim. I'll take it.
all right. Hey,
All right. Thank you
STD,
guys. Y'all have a
take
wonderful
it easy,
day.
brother.
See y'all
You
in
too,
chat.
Justin.
Later. All right. So, STV, I think you met your match. That dude has prettier hair than you.
He might. He might, man. It happens. Every once in a while I come across someone with better hair than I do.
That's
Gabe, I think we're seeing something like a recurring theme with exactly. We're seeing a recurring theme with a lot of you guys coming in here, and it's trying to make money quick. Money comes fast, it goes just as quick. If you make a bunch of money very quickly, again, it's great. You're gonna feel great for a little bit, but if you continue on that path, it all leads to the same place, and it's a blown up account.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is a common theme, and actually, it's a common theme among new retail. It's a it's 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 excitement. And for a lot of them too. I mean, like they honestly don't expect 1348 to work, but then it starts working, and then they're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm unstoppable. It starts working. They start making all this money, and then they start going willy nilly. And fast money. Money comes fast, it goes out quicker. Just,
Mhm.
just that's the way it works. Uh, all right, so we got Nathan. Let's get Nathan on.
Let's do it.
All right, Nathan, what is going on, brother?
Hello?
Hello. What's up, Nathan?
Hey, what's up, guys? So I don't have a camera, but I could share my screen.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay,
What would you like to go over, man?
So I had this play last week, and I would just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. I'm still confused on levels,
Okay.
and just wanted a little bit of help on that.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, we can pull it up, or you can pull it up, whatever you want to do.
All right, so let's get Nathan's screen up.
okay, so basically what happened last week, this is on the 15th.
Yep.
So I
Yeah, I
took a
remember
put
this.
right here on this rim, and I got out on this candle, and I'm just wondering.
Wait, 1 second, 1 second. What ticker? What ticker?
This is
SPY.
SPY.
Okay, okay.
So I entered right here on the rim, and I sold right here. And I'm just wondering if I'm ever leaving money on the table doing that because I don't really know what to base off the sell.
Okay, this is a great question, Nathan. This trade right here is a perfect example of what Gabe always says. You secured the bag. Do you remember what percentage move this was in
Yeah, I
terms
just
of the?
looked. Yeah, it was 17%, I believe, or
That's
15.
beautiful. That's a beautiful game. Playing that off of the rim, you know exactly where that support level is. It blows right through that level of support, and you're out. Now, again, when you look at this trade, it then comes back up and touches that previous support level, forms new resistance, and then makes a new low. But what could have also happened? It could have just bounced right back up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Um,
I also had a question. So I noticed whenever the candle starts straying away from the 13, it seems to come back and almost like retest that 13.
Yeah.
Is that like a sell indicator right there? So like on this candle, I sold right here. So is this like a good sell?
um,
Where
okay,
you
okay.
sold,
Actually,
yeah.
that's actually a really, really good question. So hitting the 13 is not necessarily a sell indicator, but what I want you to pay attention to is when you got into that put there and you came down to a level, right? It just happened to be coincidence that the RSI crossed its moving average at the point of which the candles came and began to touch the 13, of which then you see the RSI break below its moving average once again. And then you have the continuation down to this level. So, yes, you could go ahead and stomach the move. For the most part, the move is in your favor. The MACD is, giving you a signal like, hey, yeah, this trend is in your favor up until like you have that crossover and you start printing convincing grains on that histogram. You saw that happen there. And then RSI broke up for that move to the upside, but you also had that level. So that level was your target. Honestly, me personally, the way I play is I play to a level. I take profit there. If there's a continuation or I feel like, oh, okay, we came right back to this level and we got a rejection here, I'll play to the next. But it as long as you are making money in the play and whether you're exiting. Okay, so the way I think about it is whether I exit on the first level or the second level, it doesn't matter, right? I still have more trades coming throughout the day where I can still make money on levels, right? So instead of thinking about like maximizing any one particular play, you're just literally just taking advantage of opportunity that the play is giving you, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it just really doesn't matter. But I think you played it well down to this level here. And of course, it did bounce. And you have that 200 EMA there, which, we saw that, what was it, yesterday, day before yesterday, where we saw the SPY just literally reject off the 200 EMA as well,
Mhm.
right? So that's why we have these levels and we have the EMAs here to guide you. Every EMA is in fact a level, guys, or it's a level of resistance or support. In addition to the levels that we have plotted for you. So I think in this situation, I think if you did in fact did you secure that back there? I don't know if I caught
Yeah.
that part.
So I
Great,
secured it right here.
good for you.
Yeah, that's a great trade. That's a great trade, Nathan. I have something to add here too. Nathan, do you remember how many contracts you had?
I just had one.
Okay. So in that scenario, when you have one contract, when you see those death candles come into the downside, yeah, that makes sense to secure the bag, take the profit, and look for something else. Now, when you get to the point where you can afford multiple contracts, what I'll do a lot of the time is I'll just start scaling out. If I see 10, 12, 15%, I'll just sell a portion of the position. So I'm already locking in gains. I'm scaling out of my position. Now, the reason why I would do something like that is because of exactly what you're seeing on the chart. You see it come down a little bit lower. You retest that previous level of support. You also have another rim right there, and then it proceeds to make a new low. So by locking in a lot of those gains as it's coming down, well, the play may not actually be free, but you've at least locked in a lot of the gain. And you're basically then seeing, okay, is this going to come back and break this previous support level or even the 13 at that point when they were sitting at basically the same level? So you can always scale out of those positions too. But with one contract there, I think you executed that pretty perfectly, man. You got in, you made your 17% out.
That's
And
it.
another question I had was, so I usually buy at least a week out or maybe 2 weeks out when I could
Mhm.
afford it. Is that like the ideal? Okay.
Nathan, you're killing it, man.
All right. And I just wondered if y'all could show me like levels, because every time, like I asked y'all a few times and I'm like super confused on it. So
Okay.
What specific question do you have about levels? Like which ones are
so
going to be more like stronger or which,
so
what do you,
yeah, so levels, like I noticed like there's a lot of levels on the screen. So how would I pick a level on the 5, the 3, or the 1 minute? Because sometimes I
Uh,
see it bouncing off all of them that I might not see over here, and then I miss out.
Okay, you want to go on that one, STV? I know you were talking about levels the other day, but
sure.
I'm just going to summarize me personally. If I'm playing on a 5 minute, I'm assuming every level on the 5 minute is literally that wall that the Roadrunner painted on the side of the mountain, and that if I chase the Roadrunner in through that mountain, I'm going to end up smacking it and needing severe dental work. So, like, that's how I treat every level in my mind. Obviously, I could use the indicators to guide me through momentum and say, okay, well, we have enough steam to actually break through. But for me, I respect every level on the time frame. STV.
Yeah, that's perfect right there too. Having too many levels can definitely confuse you. So here's what I found very helpful. If you see the market make a very large move in one direction, I will look at the longer time frame and go back a little bit further to see where I can find a level that is going to be stronger. Now, the reason why you look at the longer time frame to see if a level is going to be a bit stronger is, well, if you're seeing big moves on the 4-hour time frame, who is actually moving markets? It's large money institutions. So if you see a level on the 4-hour or the daily get respected multiple times, that's a key level of interest that buyers and sellers are willing to transact at. Now, for the 5 minute here for day trading, again, those longer levels are going to have a little bit more weight. Like that 372.50 level that I was talking about today. That level is a very key one that I'm going to be watching like a hawk. Now, for intraday trading, what I'll do is I'll go back 1 or 2 days and I'll look for either day high or day low or just key pivot points where price comes down to a certain level, gets bought up really hard. Price comes up to a certain level, gets sold off aggressively. Because what you're looking for is essentially where those buyers and sellers are willing to place those big orders and get filled. Now, sometimes they're not. So this is kind of getting into why these levels are important. But it when you think about big movements in one direction or the other, well, it's large money institutions having limit orders sitting there, but they're not all
Yeah.
getting filled at once. It's not like it's exactly meeting up. So those orders can still be there. So when you come up to another resistance level or down to another support level, you could easily see more of those orders starting to get filled. And that's when you see those big bounces or big sell-offs off of those key levels. So let's say, for example, I mean, it's the day after Powell, so it's hard to do it on a day like today. But you've seen me do it a few times, a couple of days in the past. Remember that big double bottom level that we were talking about from, I believe, what was it, the 16th? That level got respected multiple times. And then again, Gabe's blue pill level around 380 there. It's those larger levels that you're able to identify by those key pivot points. Yeah, you're going to see some more of those levels get drawn out like you see right there. On those smaller time frames, but being able to identify, hopefully this is making sense. Being able to identify those key levels where you see big price movements are the ones that I pay the closest attention to.
Yeah, that's
Um,
as good as it gets there. I also just want to reiterate, like you have to look at again, not just we created another analogy. I think someone really didn't quite understand the whole mountain analogy, but basically, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? So you would also have to like look at the levels as okay, we're taking a breather here. Right, we came down to this level. We would take a breather, right? So then that means you go ahead and you could secure the bag and or play off of that rejection. But for me personally, I like to, take the breather when the market takes the breather because I just don't want to get caught on the other side of that trade. Now, if I have the RSI, the MACD, and the ADX, again, all part of the system and confirming strength in that move to the downside, then I have a little more confidence. But if I'm a brand new trader and I'm trading with uncertainty, there's one thing that is certain that there's a level there. And you have to ask yourself, why is there a level there? And if you are unsure, you secure the bag. And if you miss that train, if the train keeps on moving, that's cool. At least you're making an observation that will help you in your learning experience and moving forward. And you say, okay, yeah, the indicators were confirming that it was going to break this level, et cetera, right? But that only happens through repetition. And most importantly, we're going to go ahead and help you with your trades and help you recap your trades. But what I want you to do, and I want everybody in this community to do, is go ahead and always review your losing trades, not your winning trades. Your losing trades, your losing trades are going to show you so much more than what your winning trades are.
Mhm.
Because then you look at your losing trades and then you compare it to your winning trades and you're like, why the hell did I not see that? And you're gonna be like, wait, that I was blinded by something at that moment in time, right? So always go back to your losers because again, that repetition is what's going to help you, see those the nuances of the move, right? At a very, very granular level. As I said earlier, STV and myself, when we're on stream, and sometimes we call something out, and people are like, "Well, you didn't teach that," and it's like you can't teach instinct, and you can't teach repetition.
Mhm.
You just can't teach it. But we're hopefully getting you guys to that point that through repetition, you're able to see, like, okay, yeah, this is a level. I just got to respect it because every level, especially even today with the SPY, every level presented an opportunity to exit and then reverse and make money. Every level. Absolutely every level. So
I
that's all I
just
got.
had one more question. So, like right here, for example, so it looks like it almost bounced off this level. Would I be looking at this level? How would I pick out of these levels? Which one would be my top one? Which one? No.
Okay. All right. This is
This is a good
where
question.
yeah, that is a good question. I actually talked about it earlier on the stream today. It's kind of like rounding numbers to the nearest 10th, right? And so what you want to do is you want to play the level that's nearest the price action. The level
Like,
nearest the price action is what you're playing.
okay. So, like what I just marked right here, that's like a.
Yes. So what I would do here is when you're looking at these levels intraday, the preparation, you'll have those levels prepared. So this is what I try to do on some of the either the night streams or even the night before, or even before I get on the stream with you guys in the morning. I'll map out those key levels that I'm interested in trading around, or where these levels are, where we could see big pivot points in the market. After we then start trading for the day, and you see orders coming in and out, well, to an extent where buyers and sellers are willing to transact. It's essentially where the key levels of supply and key levels of demand are. Now, in that scenario right there, I mean, there's no trade there. There's no rule, no nothing. You're just watching price action to see, okay, is it going to bounce at this level here? But that first day low that you make there, that it bounces off of, I would keep an eye on that one to see how price reacts around that level. And then those other two levels that are drawn out there too. It's just keep those in mind. It doesn't mean that you have to just focus so deep in on those levels, but it's good to know that you've seen price make big moves around those levels that day, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And just I've seen y'all make like levels with like the support lines, like as use the support as resistance sometimes. So would I look at like mark this one as the level, or would I mark like these next green ones as the level?
That's probably a bullshit candle from the pre-market on
Okay.
the SPY.
Okay, I see.
That's that 8 a.m. nonsense candle that you see. I wouldn't pay attention to that one. Just me
Okay.
personally.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
But you can see
All
SPY
right.
today, very, very range bound. So there's not too many trades. I mean, I was scalping the shit out of SPY earlier, but I wasn't in the trades for very long. It was very, very, very quick off levels.
Yes.
So
Yes.
in the chop, there's still you have the ability to make money, but at the same time, you have to think about it like this. If you're hunting for 30% on a day like this, you're going to get slapped. If you're looking for those quick gains with good risk management, you'll definitely be able to thrive in this type of environment. Again, it's tough on days like this where it's going to chop around, but there's definitely money to be made, especially by looking at a lot of those levels.
Absolutely. I will also just add to that, as I said earlier today. What's the most important color for you? STV, what's the most important color for you?
Green.
That's it. Right. So instead of putting so much pressure on the play and your portfolio to maximize any one particular play, just play the color. Question is, did you close green? The more greens you close, the more money you make. That's the way this goes. Right? I don't care if it's 1%, 2%, 3% green. The fact is, you're green. And if you have more greens, that means you don't have reds. Hey, I'll take that all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Nathan, in general, though, I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Those trades that you were talking about just now, those are great, man.
Yeah. Hey, Nathan, how long have you been in our community?
I want to say about like 3 months, maybe. But I've like
Good.
trying to like start taking it a lot more serious now.
Nice.
I think he said a keyword here. Taking it serious. Also, for anybody who's looking to make a living in the markets, and I'm assuming a lot of you are. That's why you're in this community. This is not a hobby. Take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan's taking it serious, and it shows. He has awareness that I'm really, really impressed by. So let's go ahead and take it serious. That's it.
That's
Yeah,
right, man.
thank you.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's you got to treat it like a job, like a business. Trading is a lot of people say this is the most scalable business in the world. It is. There's no real cost. You can
Yeah.
scale very quickly if you do the right things, make the right decisions, and take it very seriously.
Well, thank
Yes.
you for your help.
Yes.
That's basically all my questions I had.
Perfect. Well,
Thank you,
Nathan,
Nathan.
you make it a great one, man. We'll see you in the room
Thank you. Bye.
later. And do we have room for one more?
I do have to make a video in a little bit before the market closes. Let's see. You want to do one more?
Just one more. We got Sky Cronus. Now, Sky, you get one shot at this. If your audio isn't right, your video isn't right, if you don't have a play for us, we're going to say bye-bye. So, Sky, can you deal with that pressure? Let us know. What's going on, brother? And in 5, 4, 3, 2, buzzard. Bam. That's
Next
it.
time.
All right. So, guys, we're going to let STV go ahead and make his video.
Got a good one for you.
Stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe. Well, not only to our channel, but the Trade 1348 channel. Right, that link also down below. Also, if you want these charts, the charts are included down in the link in the description. So go ahead and check that out as well. And tomorrow's stream will be more of the same one-on-ones, fielding questions and helping people out. That will be private. Also, we have a morning live stream with STV, a morning live stream with myself, and our goal is to guide you through the chaos of the market. So if you're serious about making money and you're tired of the hopium, and you're tired of the he said, she said crap, if you're tired of Lou just releasing a video because he got an email on a leaked price of AMC, I just got that alert. Why the fuck did I get that alert? Right? You guys are still on leaked prices of something. You know what? Let's be objective here. I don't care if the price is leaked. I don't care what price you're giving me. When I sell something, I'm getting the prices out of like a chart. All right. So again, if you guys really want to mow ass, that's why we're here. You really want to
You know
change
where
your
to find
lives, you know where to find us. Link down into the description, trade1348.com/RD. You go ahead and start making some money. We're not telling you to trust us. We're telling you to start trusting the chart, because I feel like that is, over the movement. That's what we see, like this disengagement from the chart. Oh, TA's dead. That's not dead. It's irrelevant. This, that, and the other. And we say men lie, women lie, charts don't. Right? So that's all we got for you. We're signing out.
Peace. Let's go make some more money.
Peace. Let's go make some money. It is 3
Friday
o'clock. It
tomorrow.
is power hour. It's volatile.